generation. Yeah, I've seen how important it is to have a president who doesn't just tell us what we want to hear, but who tells us the truth, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And I've seen that when it comes time to make those tough calls, you know, and everyone's urging you to do what's easy, or what polls best, or what gets good headlines. See, as president, you have to be driven by the struggles, hopes, and dreams of all of the people you serve. As president, you need a strong inner compass, a core commitment to your fellow citizens. That's how you make the right decisions for this country. That's what it takes to be a leader. And let me tell you something, since the day he took office, on issue after issue, crisis after crisis, that is exactly what we have seen in my husband. We have seen his values at work. We've seen his vision unfold. We've seen the depths of his character, courage, and conviction. Here's proof. Think back to when Barack first took office. Our economy was on the brink of collapse. You know, newspapers were using words like meltdown, calamity. They were declaring Wall Street implodes, economy in shock. See, for years, folks had been lured into buying homes they couldn't afford. Their mortgages were underwater. Banks weren't lending. Companies weren't hiring. The auto industry was in crisis. The economy was losing an average of 800,000 jobs every single month. And a lot of folks wondered whether we were headed for another Great Depression. See, and that is what Barack Obama faced on day one as President of the United States. Well, let me tell you something. Instead of pointing fingers and placing blame, Barack got to work because he was thinking about folks like my dad, like his grandmother. And that's why he cracked down on lending agents, so that today when you apply for a mortgage or a credit card, you know exactly what you're getting into. That's why he cut taxes for small businesses and for working families, because he believes that here in America, teachers and firefighters should not pay higher tax rates than he got the auto industry back on its feet. And today, new cars are rolling off the line and proud American companies like GM. And while we still have a long way to go to rebuild our economy, we have had 30 straight months of private sector job growth. Million jobs, good jobs, right here in the United States of America. Here's something else. When it comes to the health of our families. See, Barack didn't care whether health reform was the easy thing to do politically. See, that's not who he is. He cared that it was the right thing to do. And today, because of health reform, our parents and grandparents are paying hundreds less for their prescription drugs. Our young people, you can stay on your parents' insurance until you're 26. Insurance companies now have to cover basic preventative care like contraception. They financial aid. As I shared during my convention speech, when we were first married, Barack and I, our combined monthly student loan bills were actually higher than our mortgage. So when it comes to student debt, well, Barack and I, we've been there. That's why Barack doubled funding for Pell Grants and fought jobs of the future. You know, good jobs that you can raise a family on, jobs that will drive our economy for decades to come. And finally, when it comes to understanding the lives of women, and when it comes to standing up for our rights and opportunities, we know that I have been looking at our backs. Fairly in the workplace. He knows that what it means when women struggle to meet the demands of their jobs and the needs of their families. He's seen that up close and personal. And today, believe me, as a father, he knows what it means to want your daughters to have the same freedoms and opportunities as your sons. Decisions about our bodies and our so, when people ask you what this president has done for this country, okay? When you're talking to folks who are deciding who will keep America moving forward for more years, see, here's what I want you to do.
Yeah, my camera died.
Listen closely. Tell them about the
I'll send you
millions
the
of jobs
YouTube link that I created.
Tell them about the health reform that he has. Tell them about all those kids who can finally afford college. Tell them about how Barack ended the war in Iraq. Tell them how together we took out Osama bin Laden. Tell them how Barack has fought to get the veterans and military families the benefits they were earned. Tell them about all the young immigrants brought to America through no fault of their own, and now will not be deported from home or back home. Tell them how our brave men and women in uniform will never again have to lie about who they are. The American dream because he's lived it. He is fighting every day so that every one of us in this country can have that same opportunity, no matter who we are or where we're from or what we look like or who we love. But let's be clear. While my husband is proud of what we have achieved together in this country, he also knows that we are nowhere near satisfied. Barack knows that too many people are still hurting. He knows that there's plenty of work left to be done. And as President Clinton said in his speech in Charlotte, it's going to take a lot longer than 4 years to rebuild an economy